message to the youth is stay aware of the shit that's happening around you, and don't get brainwashed by society today.
Lil Peep's right though. Awareness is key. It's important to be aware of the things around you, the things that influence you, and the things that make you do the things that you do on the daily. Life is hard. There's gonna be challenges. I know when you guys watch this video too, you definitely have challenges in your own life that hold you back or make you feel like life's a little bit harder than it actually should be. But that's the way it's supposed to be. Even though life is going in that direction for you, even though you're going through this life and you're like, hey yo, this is hard, that's how it's supposed to be, because that's where the most growth is gonna happen. And Lil Peep through these words is saying exceptionally what he is saying. He is saying that you have to be aware that there are things that are gonna hurt you, that there are things that are bad for you, that are bad influences for you, and to wash those out and be aware of them before they consume you, before that consumption happens in your own personal life through walking through. Everything's gonna come at you. Things are gonna come through the media, through your phone, through Instagram. Things are gonna come at you, my guy. And you already see this too. I'm sure that you've seen things today that you wouldn't have been seeing if you didn't have a phone. There's so many people you can see on the internet that you wouldn't see if you didn't have a phone. Your phone can be such a good tool, but it can also be such a disaster for your own self if there's no control and you're not aware of the things that your phone does to you.
My mom always tells me, like, time will heal everything, you know what I mean? Even if it's like 5 years later and you're still feeling like, where the fuck, like, when I'm waiting for this shit to heal, like, nothing's happening. It's gonna take another, few years, you know what I mean? That shit does take time. It will eventually get better.
Furthermore, in Lil Peep's message to the youth, he mentions that things take time to change, that you're gonna get hurt, but it's gonna take time to change. And even his mother telling him that one of the biggest things in life is that things change over time. It may take years, but things are gonna change. And to you guys too, to you guys watching, if you guys still are in high school, you walk through your high school days, I promise you when you get out of those, things are gonna change. Things change, you will grow older, and you will start to think about things differently. Even in life, if it seems so significant to you, you have to realize that it's going to change. Even Lil Peep's music, back in my old day when I was younger, I used to blast his music all the time. It used to be one of my own forms of therapy, until I realized that there's other ways to therapeutically heal yourself. There's other ways to take care of yourself. Yes, listening to music is an amazing way to take care of yourself. I'm not going to discredit that. Listening to music and expressing words that are actually relevant to you is a great way to go about it, because you feel connected with that artist, and that's one of the main reasons why we listen to music, for that connection. But once you realize that that connection can be tainted for other things, that's where it flips. That's where it flips, and you're like, I can connect myself to other forms of therapy. I can connect myself into listening to positive artists that will push me forward. I'm not saying don't listen to Lil Peep. I'm not saying don't listen to X. I'm not saying don't listen to Juice WRLD. Go ahead, listen to these artists, feel their words, feel their emotions, but there are other artists out there who will positively impact you, and it's totally up to you to do whatever you want. But from my own 2 cents, from the way that I choose to live my life, I want to listen to people that are going to inspire me. And yes, initially, you have to be aware of the negative, because if you're not aware of that negative, you will never be aware of the positive. You need that duality in life to be like, yes, this is the extreme negative, this is the extreme down, this is the extreme bad, and you should be able to flip yourself into the extreme good. You can't see both sides until you see one of the deep sides. So it's good that you're still in that state currently. If you are in that state, it's good that you're in that state, because it helps you push yourself forward. It helps actually realize what life can be, what life should be. Now, furthermore, touching on all of this message, it's up to you to take that step in your own life. These artists are no longer here to guide us anymore. They've passed away, they've went on to their new realms, but even through the small words that they do say, their message to the youth is always inspiring. It's always telling us to be better. So why couldn't they be better? Why couldn't they be better if they're telling us to be better? That's not for us to understand. That's not for us to answer. The only thing that we can take through all of their messages, through Lil Peep's message, through Juice WRLD's message, is that things take time to heal. And feeling bad once in a while is not a bad thing. You're allowed to feel bad. Even Lil Peep telling us that you're allowed to feel bad in your life. If you don't feel 100%, it's totally okay. Days are gonna change. Days turn into nights, nights turn into days, and we're back in the same cycle. Everything's gonna be okay at the end of the day, and if it's not okay, then it's not the end. Because all in all, things change in time. I know I'm gonna get some comments in this video telling me that I'm wrong, telling me that I'm just being too optimistic. Well, to that, I would just like to say, that's a pessimistic person speaking. That's someone who's speaking that's trying to be realistic, even though being realistic is defined as something that you've experienced before. So what if I personally have experienced a negative to positive shift in a very great light, and I've actually changed myself and became better? What if I became better? Isn't that realistic to me? Isn't it realistic if things work out? So what's with this realism? The realism, in a sense, is just negativity. It just seems like negativity. It just seems like things that will happen. But what if you actually impact what will happen based on the things that you think or the things that you do? There's so much more to it. I really I see those comments. I see them all the time, and every time I see them, I'm like, yeah, but I have my own community too, and if you guys want to join my own community, if you guys want to talk to like-minded individuals, we do have a few people in there who are really open-minded, who do discuss this kind of stuff. It's in the first description, in the description below. You can join that. But all in all, with this message from Lil Peep, the message to the youth, there's positivity. Even seeing that this is one of his last interviews, seeing the way that he talks and the way that he holds himself and the way he presents himself, you can see he was a troubled individual. But even through all of this, he still saw positivity. He still saw the light. So for those of you who are also struggling with similar things to Lil Peep, remember, one of your idols also still had hope. He still saw that there should be positivity, that there should be change to come, and that change is not instantaneous. Stop wishing for change to be instantaneous. If change was instantaneous, we'd have such a world where we wouldn't be able to control what is going on. It's good that we have time in order for these changes to come in. It makes life more fluid. It makes life more transparent. Make it more real. Life is real, and you are waking and you are walking into this life every single day. I hope you realize that we have control over our decisions in this life. You chose to watch this video. You chose to watch in entirety. I thank you for watching in entirety, but you make choices. These choices can be good. These choices can be bad. That's up to you to do, and that's up to you to change. It's up to you to change yourself into the person that you would want to be. Life is a growing experience. We keep growing, we keep evolving, and we keep becoming our best versions. Continue doing that, my guys. This is Blue Vanity. If you love the way that I talk, I make videos like this on this channel. I have a video up here I know you would love. It's similar to this. I'm going to be talking in it, and I'm going to be explaining stuff to you, and I'm going to be making you think. I'm going to make you think a little bit. So check out that video if you have time. Also, click subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Leave a like on the video too. It helps the algorithm love it, and it promote to more people just like you. So I love you. Thank you so much. This is Blue Vanity. Take care.